Chapter 49, All the Flower Guardians were lured out. Master San's assistant investigated Su Cheng's current social circle of 2 girls. Master San, we found that there are 2 women living with him on the highest floor. Maybe we can do something about those 2 women. Ran Jing and Shen Yao's information were in the batch of files passed to Master San. He took a look at Shen Yao's profile and shook his head. This is the young lady of the Shen family. I heard President Shen really spoils her, so it's not wise for us to make trouble for her. Then, he turned his gaze onto Ran Jing and frowned. This is a criminal department officer. She has a pretty big title and is primarily in charge of smuggling and drug-related cases. We probably shouldn't find trouble with her in broad daylight, since that's basically playing with fire. Then what should we do? There are only these 2 people that are close to him to our knowledge. After a deep sigh, Master San said, it's not impossible to make some trouble, but we can rule out Shen Yao, since a spoiled young lady of such a wealthy family probably wouldn't lay her eyes on a little patrol officer. But, this Ran Jing can be used. After all, they are all a part of the police system, and it's reasonable for some chemistry to spark between them. Thinking of this, Master San ordered his men, go take some pictures or create some rumors, and publicize it on the local criminal police forum. Just say that Captain Ran and a certain patrol officer have been in a relationship for a long time. The assistant was a bit confused. Master San, but this won't cause him any trouble, right? Are you dumb? Who do you think is at an advantage between those 2, in terms of current position and future career prospect? Of course it's Ran Jing. She's the department belle and she obviously has the strength to be able to be promoted all the way up to captain. If people knew that such an amazing and talented woman was dating an ordinary patrol officer, how many people would feel sorry for Ran Jing and hate on Su Cheng? Those men that like Ran Jing would for sure come out and give Su Cheng pressure, and people from higher up could even fire Su Cheng. By then, after he's been fired and kicked out of the system, we can make him disappear from Shangcheng without anyone knowing. The assistant suddenly realized. Indeed, then I will start posting these messages anonymously. At the Criminal Investigation Department. When Ran Jing came to work in her ponytail, several of her men began gossiping and even whistling, and this confused Ran Jing. Is your skin itching for a beating? Captain Ran, congratulations, when are you hosting your wedding? A man under Ran Jing laughed. What are you guys smoking today? Ran Jing didn't know what was up with each and every one of her men. Captain Ran, you didn't know? The news about you and your boyfriend have already spread on the police forum. Wow, you were hiding him so well, so the guy that came with you last time was your boyfriend? No wonder you were always defending him. A guy that saw Su Cheng at the restaurant last time remembered and chipped in. Ran Jing frowned as she walked over to turn on her computer. She opened the forum and found that there were so many posts all about how the department belle was dating. She clicked into one of the posts and saw that there were pictures of her walking the streets with Su Cheng, as well as photos of her going in and coming out of the condo with Su Cheng. How many times do I have to explain? I have nothing to do with this guy. I've been busy with cases, so when would I have the time to move to a new place? This guy's my landlord, and that's why we live together. We are not even sharing a room, and there are also other people that are sharing the place. Don't overthink this and go back to work. As someone who had liked Ran Jing for a long time, Li Dazhuang was looking at the photos and content on the forum. Although the content wasn't confirmed, he was still furious. He felt like he had lowered his guard last time, and this time, he wanted to prove that no matter if it was position, status, or capabilities, he was the one that matched Ran Jing. Of course, it wasn't just Li Dazhuang. Many higher-ups and high-ranking talented people in the police system in Shangcheng needed a police officer to vent their anger, just because the criminal police department belle actually got a boyfriend. They would at least feel better if it was some rich young masters or a powerful society elite, but it turned out to be a lowly patrol officer? Su Cheng didn't know, but he was already eyed by many people within the police system, and all the information about him had already been passed around. At night, when he was prepared to go on his shift, a few tall and muscular young men in uniform came into their police station. After coming in, they immediately demanded, "Who's Su Cheng?" The few officers on shift all looked at each other, and finally, their eyes landed on Su Cheng, who was in the middle of changing. The three guys in uniform came out, and glanced up and down at Su Cheng. Su Cheng was 1.9 meters tall, a height that many men dreamed to have and women dreamed to be with. Although he was not extremely handsome, he was comfortable to look at. The three guys in police uniform thought Su Cheng purely used his height and looks to seduce Ran Jing, so they said straightforwardly, "I don't care what you are to Ran Jing, but people like you are not worthy of someone like her. I suggest you leave her alone as early as you can." Then, those three turned around and left, leaving Su Cheng quite confused. What the fuck is this? Just then, someone called his phone. "Hello. I'm Li Dazwang, I want to have a real duel with you." The voice of Li Dazwang came through the phone. Su Cheng already forgot about who he was. "Who's Li Dazwang? I don't know such a guy." Then, he hung up. And then, his phone started ringing again, and Su Cheng really didn't know what was going on now. "Hello? Su Cheng, right? Don't go for someone that's out of your league. If you dare to disturb Ran Jing again, I will teach you a lesson you won't forget." It was another warning directed at him. This time, Su Cheng was pissed. "Who the fuck are you? If you have the balls, then come out of the phone and say that to my face." He was legit annoyed. Three people just came over acting all high and mighty, and then the calls came in. "Ran Jing? What about Ran Jing? I dare you to say that to me again." "Let me tell you, I'm Lu Wenbin," said the arrogant and angry voice from the phone. "I don't know who that is, but as to whatever's going on between Ran Jing and me, what does it have to do with you? If you like her, just go for her. Is anybody trying to stop you? Are you dumb?" Then, he directly hung up again and dialed Ran Jing. After the call connected, Su Cheng asked her whether she knew what was happening. Ran Jing awkwardly replied, "I don't know which bastard was hallucinating and thought that we were flirting, but someone took pictures of us walking in and out of the condo together and posted it on the police forum. How's it going on your end? How's it going on my end? Well, I got quite a few visitors and callers telling me to leave you alone. You do have a lot of flower guardians." Su Cheng bitterly laughed. Ran Jing proudly replied, "Of course, but yet, just ignore them. There's nothing going on between us anyways. If someone comes to look for trouble with you, tell me, and I will go and smash their office." Su Cheng asked, "Oh right, do you know who Lu Wenbing is?" There was a moment of silence on the other end of the phone. "He called you? I guess this guy's all right. He was pretty talented and he was in the same year as me in the police academy. He went up the ranks pretty fast these years, and he's a very arrogant guy. Don't mind him. Do you know the Flying Tigers?" Su Cheng, "Yeah, that's a unit that's one rank higher than SWAT and specializes in special operations.